that could have some bearing on how things are able to receive and transmit. But I'll keep talking. You know I will. I'll be here with you for the duration of the race. We are minutes away. We got about 9 minutes to go time. Brought to you by FastFriends.fun. Check us out online. That's .fun. We put the FU in fun. I actually do have some hoodies and socks, so if you find your way over to the Miller Pits and you're interested in some fucking industry-based swag, well, I got you. Come on over. Let's shake a hand, make a friend. Let's hang out. But I'm happy to just be here, hanging out with y'all and doing the stream for my team, Megan and Derek, good friends. Met them a long time ago in a life far away on the Rubicon Trail, going into Rubicon Springs. Look over to my right, there's a Sequoia. Derek's standing by his car. He's all, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, oh, what's up, Derek? And Megan's feet are sticking out the bottom of the car, and she's under there wrenching. That's who they are. That's just the people they are. And it's good people. Great times always. And yeah, I'm just gonna go throw something in the chat real quick here on YouTube. Make sure that y'all know what is happening. Bear with us as connection may come and go. Not sure what all is causing it, but whatever. We will persevere. We will continue on. And as it goes out, as it comes in, I'll switch between live track. I'll switch between the racetrack. I'll switch between our placeholder scenes. I don't know, if the guys send me some footage, I'll throw some fucking footage on the screen. You know, who knows what we're gonna do today. But hopefully we keep somewhat of a stable feed coming for y'all here today in Laughlin. There's only so much I can do, okay? There's only so much I have control over. And honestly, at the end of the day, as long as we finish our race, it's been a good day. So I'm gonna get our 4400s, 4500s. There we go. And we'll get our 44s. So we got 44, 45, 44, and then our Legends. So it's pretty stacked in terms of the number of vehicles we have today. Just off of the 4000 class. I think there's one 4000 class which is more of on the pre-runner side. Here we go. Oh, looks like we have a little bit of video from yesterday. Yeah, we're good. Thank you, sir. Have fun out there. we are on the start line. We are 4 minutes from start. Hey Deborah, how's it going? That's Megan's mom, hailing from NorCal, watching the team. She says, good luck Megan and Derek, we're Team MDM all way, love Mom and Joe. That's awesome. You know, this kind of racing is truly a family affair. Even when you're here at the pit, you know, everyone through to families, all like one big family. It's always great to be a part of it. And I highly recommend, if you ever get the chance, come out, check out the pits, come say hi. Megan's one of the best people you can ever come across. And one brand we haven't talked about, which everyone loves, are, you know, you see those rims on those vehicles, and any kid who's walked by one of these cars, any dude, any red-blooded American who's seen any of these cars will always look at the rims and be like, damn, I want a set of those. And Raceline Wheels has definitely hooked up our team with some beautiful looking wheels, absolutely gorgeous, and have put up to a lot of abuse. So not only are they gorgeous, but they definitely hang with some of the worst conditions you can put anything through. Super stoked to have brands like Raceline, Milestar, Motive Gear, Redline Synthetics, Rugged, Baja Designs, Warren Factor 55. Like, you know, the support from these teams is what really makes this all happen. And we are 2 minutes away from start here in Laughlin, Nevada for the 2025 King of the Hammer. Oh, yeah. I got ahead of myself. That's not till 26. Nationals, Ultra4 Nationals here in Laughlin, Nevada. It's the final race of the year. They've been racing all year. NorCal Rock Racing Series, Ultra4 Series. They did hammers at the beginning of the year, and now we are here in Laughlin, Nevada to cap it off with this final race this Sunday, today. Had a great day yesterday, got a feel for the car. They were in it to win it. We placed fourth today, and usually as it seems, like from what I've seen of Megan, anytime she races first time out, she's just gonna get a feel. She's gonna get understanding of the car. She's gonna become one with the track. She's gonna learn it. She's gonna understand what she's facing. You know, and given this land rush start, they've got some cars in front of them. There's going to be some dust out there, some dust that she's going to have to navigate, and it's sketchy. If anyone's ever driven through, dust or fog on a highway, let alone a racetrack, I mean, it's bad enough being on the highway and, you know, thinking that you're going to come up on, I don't know, a washing machine. Is that crazy? I think about washing machines in the middle of the road for some reason. Just some immovable, like a fridge. That's what comes into my mind when I'm driving down like the 241 toll road. Like, can't see 2 feet in front of me, and I think I'm gonna smash into a fridge. So, yeah, let alone being on a race course with very high horsepower vehicles, you know, getting into different kinds of situations, and you just don't know what you're coming up on. And that's where your mind's gotta be. Your mind's gotta be there, and it's got to be beyond there. You have to think past that, and it's a hard balance, right? You want to get home, but you also want to take the win. So it's like, where is that balancing act of, you know, pushing it and pushing it too far? And that's what these drivers all have to contend with. And it's an amazing, beautiful thing that they are lucky to get to be a part of. You don't do this because you have to. You do this because you want to. And we're out here. We're out here to win. We're not out here to just finish the race. Megan's been doing amazing. She's in contention for first place. You know, she's had a great year in the NorCal Rock Racing Series and the Ultra4 Series. They had a Joker race, so those points carry over. So yeah, we're all excited. We got Jacob, Christian out there in the pits with Stuart. We've got all of y'all watching at home. Deborah, you know, we got family watching online, and it's 1:31. We should be starting any second here, and I know we've got a little bit of a delay. I'm hearing some of the cars already take off, so I believe we already have some vehicles on course. And we are just getting ready. We are getting ready to start. Here we go. Here we go. We are getting ready to get down. Hear the revs going up. And we are go for today's final race of the Ultra4 Series, the Nationals here in Laughlin, Nevada. Coming around that first bend. Here we go. We are flying. And unlike your regular Ultra4 rock race, like this is a desert race really. Like they've joined forces with Best in the Desert, and so they're running a similar track, 5 laps here today. You can see the course there, and I'll zoom out a bit so you can see the entirety of this track. And they're going to be coming down on your screen off to the left, back up, and to the right, back to starting area. And you can see Megan there on the right. She's between 1950 and 20. And we are flying. And you can see there like how the dust, you know, it sits. It's not too bad today, so, you know, but you can see what she's driving into. And the closer she gets to her competition, the harder it gets because visibility comes in. And this is a cool race because similar to Vegas to Reno, you have Derek in the Kodak, driving Kodak, so you know, he's there navigating, helping Megan with what's coming up. Generally, Megan is in the seat by herself for the NorCal Rock Racing Series. So these Ultra4 races seem to be more along the standard of, you know, how Hammers is. I'm not sure about all the races in the Ultra4 Series, but the last couple that I've been able to sit down with y'all on, look at that dust. So easy to just lose sight of what's coming up. Last couple races I've had the honor of being here with Megan and Derek in the passenger seat. And she is running strong. She got that whole shot and she just owned it. She came to race. She's doing a great job. Love it. Deborah says, go get him, sweetheart. And there's a look at the field right now, how it's all spread up. It is day 2 of the Ultra4 Nationals here in Laughlin, Nevada. got Megan coming up around the bend towards marker 3. Keep in mind that there is a bit of a delay on the satellite system. It's not directly tied into their Starlink, so you know, we get what we get. But look at that. I mean, she is just driving blind about. And I know Megan, from talking to her, she does not necessarily enjoy driving where she can't see. I mean, who really does? There's a certain amount of faith. You know, Jesus takes the wheel a little bit Megan, a little bit Jesus, and just counting that you're on course. Looks like there was a little bit of a correction there. She is into winning. You know, they're through the corners. They're around, like, you know, 25 miles an hour. By the time they get to the straights, there's sections where they can hit upwards 60 plus, depending on conditions. You know, flying at 60 versus flying at 25 into this kind of dust cloud, it's two different things. You know, generally we try not to say the W word, right? But a little bit of wind during race day ain't the worst thing to have. I'm gonna let the engine do the talking here for a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. But you're here with us today for the final race of the 2025 Ultra4 Nationals in Laughlin, Nevada, on a beautiful sunny afternoon. Welcome to those of you tuning in. It's the 2025 Nationals race within the Ultra4 Series here in Laughlin, Nevada. Megan is currently on lap 1 of a 5-lap race. Conditions are extremely dusty, but it does look like we have a little bit of wind pushing some of those clouds off to the right there. Thank God. Let's see if we can see where our girl is at on the map. So you can see 3105 in the bottom left side of your screen. She's currently heading down. I'm not entirely sure which side's north of the track, but she's heading down. She's going to be coming down through that hairpin at the bottom left and then back up towards the main straight. And mind you, on this map, there is a bit of a delay. So it almost looks like she's gotten to that hairpin there. That tight 180 heading up. And that is what you want to see in front of you. Some clarity. Really allows Megan to open her up. She's been loving this car. We talked about it yesterday. She's just feeling really good in this vehicle. You know, it's a far cry from their Jeep that they were racing a couple years back, last year even. This is the first year that they've had the new vehicle, and it's been great. You're gonna have to bear with us as from time to time we may lose signal, and this seems like one of those times. We'll just switch to the map for now. Oh, and we're back on with Megan and Derek. So, you know, if you see the screen go black, it's not yesterday. We're gonna get the feedback. Everything's working, but here and there, it may drop signal. But we are gonna keep streaming, and we will be back. What's up, Lee? Lee says, solve function Lee. Lim says, looking good. Thank you. She's looking great. Excited for everything that's going down today. It's been a great day yesterday. Today is no different. And I'm not sure, but she might be on the top half straight. Well, it has her coming up towards it right now. Again, not entirely sure. Like the last time this thing was updated was like a minute ago. So when I'm looking at the map, and you can see the map too if you want to jump online, go to Ultra4USA.com and check out live tracking and click on the Laughlin Day 2 race. Huge thanks to the partners, Milestar Tires, Motive Gear, Raceline Wheels, Redline Synthetics, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, Warren Industries, and Factor 55. Not to mention who pays the bills, MDM Construction, and of course, yours truly with Fast Friends, trying to keep the team looking good and fresh with gear that represents kind of the shit that we're into, you know? I do my best. I love this industry. I love this series. I'm just happy to be part of it through Megan and Derek and support this series in the ways that I can. You know, we got some race suits on the team. We got that car looking pretty fresh. The team's always stoked to wear new gear. You know, got their feet warm with some socks. Come holler at your boy over here in the pit area if you're interested. I brought some extra stuff, so I take Apple Pay. But there's that dust again. It is so hard driving into somebody else's cloud. You know, you can kind of see the edge of the track, right? But, you know, you'll get those moments where it just splits off and you're like, am I on the right side? Am I where I need to be? And it's like you follow the dust. And you just hope to God that somebody ahead of you doesn't have a bad day. Because then everybody has a bad day. At least everybody behind them. And she is coming on the higher speed. She's hitting 67 miles an hour as of the last update about a minute ago. And So, you know, she's flying, she's trusting the person in front of her is also doing the same, and I know Derek next to her is telling her to push. He is constantly in her ear to push through that, you know, I wouldn't even call it fear, just that apprehension of what's ahead. And I know Derek wants to win. So Derek is pushing his wife to race to her potential. And she's got so much potential. She's been doing amazing. And it's great to see her growth from the Jeep into this new tube chassis body. It's got a Bronco tube chassis frame, Bronco body. Technically Bronco front grille, right? It's getting a little choppy. Happens. Bear with the feed. God, look at that. Just don't even know where you are. Oh my God. You just hope you don't go through one of those cholla cactus bushes and get tagged. But this is probably the hardest part of the race, is driving into a cloud of dust. And I think that horn is potentially coming from Megan's vehicle as we finish that top straight, and we're coming back down into in past the hot pits into the starting area. If y'all haven't been to Laughlin, it is an interesting town. I like to call it a PG Vegas. It's like, there we go. I believe she's coming through the hot pits now, coming down towards the start, about to finish her first lap of the race. Here we come. Probably hear her coming through right now. Yep. I can hear her car. That's her passing right there. Awesome. Thing is performing. Megan is driving. Look at those big old berms right there. Beautiful day here in Laughlin, Nevada for the 2025 Ultra4 Nationals. This is the final race of the year. And we are heading into lap 2 of our race. Looks like she's got somebody coming up on her tail. The classes are mixed, so you are going to have some 4,400 guys, 4,800 guys, 46, and 45, I believe. I'm not sure if we actually have 46 on course. I think there might be one guy. not even sure if 46 is part of it, but there goes a 4400 car right there. Those are your unlimited guys. All the bells and whistles. In Megan's class, you do have some limitations as to things like tire size that you can run. I believe it is a 37-inch tire, DOT, meaning the same Patagonia MT2s that are, yeah, no 4600, sorry about that, guys. 44, 45, 48. Megan being in the 4500 class. But within her class, they're running on DOT tires. It's the same Patagonia MT2s that you'd run on your Jeep or off-road vehicle that you get off the shelf. Good enough for racing, good enough for your next overland crawling adventure. Huge thanks to Milestar for being part of the team MDM. Certain sections seem to have some interference, so bear with the feed as it comes in and out. That dust is a pain in the back. Just had the live track update. She's in your bottom right corner, close to where the Warren logo is right there. On the bottom part of the course. Making her way through, and she's got a little bit of traffic causing some of that dust to kick up in front of her, but you know, as long as everybody keeps going, you know, it should be all good. We've got Jacob on the race radio right now, so if anything does come up, we should be able to hear back from Jacob and get updated if, you know, if anything happens. But so far, knock on wood, so good. We are running strong. This race should be about an hour from when we started. So we started around, I'd say, 1:35. So we're looking around 2:35 to something finish. And we'll be here along for the entire duration of this race. Of course, partners like Warren Industries help make this program happen. Warren Industries and Factor 55 recovery gear, it's a match made in heaven. Two of the best names in recovery supporting this program. You got all the right people in Megan's corner. Motive gear, keeping those wheels moving. The amount of abuse that those gears take is insane. And so your gears are insanely important. Make sure you have the right quality to get the job done. And that's what's happening here today. We're getting the job done here in Laughlin, Nevada for the final race in the Ultra4 Series. It's the Ultra4 Nationals. We are on lap 2 on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. huge thanks to Baja Designs for coming on the way they did. It was King of the Hammers, the first race of the year. They had come down, I think it was Turkey Claw or something. There was like a big rut at the bottom of the drop and just smashed the front end into the ground. Broke one of the lights, the passenger side, I believe. We had a couple of the guys from Baja, Kyle and somebody, walking through, and no questions, said come over to our come over to the booth. We'll get you guys taken care of. Took care of us and have been taking care of us since. Huge thanks to Baja Designs for being there for the team. And again, you know, that feed's coming in and out, so we'll make sure we transition to the track feed whenever this happens. But there's a lot of bumping and jumping happening out in that car, and you know, I'm not sure what's causing some of the drops, but at least we have in-car finally. Yesterday was like white knuckles, like, oh my god, how are we gonna pull off this live feed? We made it happen. We always make it happen. Raceline wheels, they hang on to that bead. They take a lot of abuse, especially when we have rocks in the races, and they keep going. So huge thanks to Raceline for being part of this program. Takes a village, straight up. We got Rugged radios on comms. Love the crew over at Rugged, the Steves, Greg, Dustin, everybody who comes together to support these racers, to support our team. Can't ask for a lot more. It's huge, means a lot, helps a lot, and we're very lucky to have them part of what we're doing. Companies like Redline Synthetic Oils, you know, these motors are like pushing 750 horsepower. I mean, granted, you've got guys out there with 1300, whatever, but even at 750, you've got a lot happening. You've got temperatures, you've got a lot of friction. That oil keeping that film on those moving parts, keeping them playing nice together throughout the race. That's what keeps you going. That's what helps you finish. And Redline has come on board to make sure that that motor at least finishes the race. Huge thanks to Redline Oil. MDM Construction up in NorCal. You got a job, reach out to MDM. It's what also pays the bills. So you want to support the team, get your next job out to Derek. There's a lot of blood, sweat, out of pocket that goes into this program. And we can't do it without our partners. Also can't do it without Derek digging deep and making sure that this race series happens for MDM year over year. MDM Construction, synonymous with MDM Motorsports. And if you're listening in right now, you are listening by way of YouTube. Awesome, Deborah. Glad you guys can hear me. Glad the feed is coming through. Hopefully keeping you all informed, somewhat entertaining, doing my best. Fun fact about Laughlin, Nevada, if you've never been, it had its start in the 1940s as a community called South Point, which was a miner town. So there was a lot of mining operations going on down here off the banks of the Colorado River. I'm not 100% sure what they were mining. I didn't look that far deep into it, but I thought it was interesting that back down in the 1960s, Mr. Don Laughlin came into town and established a riverside resort known for its 99-cent chicken dinners, which got the tourists in. And they built a nice little community out here. You know, you've got resorts like Harrah's, which we're staying at, which was nice. You know, nice rooms. Happy to be there. Thankful to the team to let me take a spot on the carpet and make myself at home. Definitely a lot of nerves last night in the hotel room. I think everybody was up until 12:30, but nobody was really doing anything other than doom scrolling for a few hours, you know, realizing that this race was the race. This was the final race, and you know, there was none of the shenanigans of the nights before. It was a pretty mellow night from the hot tub to the room, and yeah, just everybody kind of in their zone. This feed brought to you by the support of MDM Motorsports, who purchased the amazing Starstream system, which allows us to bring the racing directly to your screens at home. And yours truly, Ollie, here with Fast Friends. I was going to be joined by my partner in crime, Matt. Matt couldn't make it, so you're stuck with me. But I'm so just grateful and thankful to be part of this team. To be here today to help you know, with the stream, to be here to give support, you know, lend a hand with their marketing, keep the team looking good with gear. We got the race suits done thanks to Rad Apparel, Rad Racing. They did the race suits. Got Bruce over there, a great partner to work with. Got some really beautiful looking suits on the team. You know, we should have made the forearms a little bigger for Derek. He's a big man. He's straight out of the mountains, and we did our best. But it fits him nice. I think it's snug, and so he gets a little self-conscious, but he looks great in it. So if you ever see Derek in his suit, just let him know how good he looks. Megan, of course, always looks great in whatever she wears, and she's just such a stud. Badass bitch right there. Getting it done. And there's your track view right there. And it's amazing. That motor is just yelling for the duration of the race. And Hammers, if you've never watched a Hammers, we are going to have a full broadcast during the Hammers, similar to what we're doing here today. And it is just on another level. Instead of 1 hour of racing, you're into it for hours of racing. And we are on the top half of the track at this point, coming into finishing our second lap of the race. Looks like there's some elevation there that they go through. But this is a desert race. I mean, this is best in the desert. I brought Ultra4 along to get it done. And speaking of Ultra4, this race doesn't happen without their sponsors, the series sponsors: Monster Energy, Warren Industries, Braddock Motorsports, Spider Tracks Off-Road, Rock Crawler Suspension, All Things UTV, PCI Race Radios, Metal Cloak, Maxxis Tire, G-Force Racing, Factor 55, Big B Motorsports, and our friends over at Freight Factory. You got Martin, Josh Sowell. You also have Amber Racing under the Freight Factory flag. Just good people, and it's a super tight community. It's pretty amazing to see how tight Josh has gotten himself within the Ultra4 Series. And I'll let the car speak for itself here for a minute as I take a break, and I'll be back as we finish up lap 2 here in Laughlin, Nevada for the Ultra4 Nationals. Here we come, finishing lap 2. Vehicle still sounds great. I haven't heard anything come across on the radio, so that's always a plus. And I love when I can start hearing Megan come through. There we go. Yep. Going by as we speak. And we are officially on to lap 3 for the final race of the 2025 Ultra4 Series, the Nationals in Laughlin, Nevada. Sunday, October 19th. Only thing you could ask for is maybe a little bit more wind, but so far she's got a decent amount of clean air in front of her as she's been going. She's looking really comfortable behind the wheel. Desert racing is a trip. I mean, the smallest thing can just derail you out there. And you've already run it twice, and that third time, who knows? So, you know, you're always on point. You're always looking out for what's coming up. And you're just hoping you get a little bit of clean air to race it and to really be able to drive. In some of these races, it truly looks like you're driving by braille. Where she's currently at. Yeah, sometimes the update doesn't happen right away. Last update looks like it was like from 5 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. At this point, her bubble that you've been following has turned green, signifying that she is on her 3rd lap, I believe is how it works. Don't quote me on it. I do my best. Sometimes I just make it up. It's like ChatGPT. Like, whatever. I'm going to give you an answer. You can fact check me. Jacob will usually text me. I'll leave you wrong. Just want to give a quick shout out to all of you at home supporting Megan and Derek, watching along, watching the feed. It means a lot to have your support. I know for Megan it does. She tries so hard and she works so hard to just do the best she can for everybody involved. Looks like some of that dust is getting blown off the track, so that's great. Skies ahead. Awesome to see. You know, if the race was like this the entirety of the way, it'd be amazing. But at least she gets to push it.
On how to drive desert car because he's got like a 3-minute lead on second place and just absolutely crushing it.
Wow.
Megan's doing great. She's reducing her splits and we got third right now. We're fighting for second with about a 25-30 second split.
That's awesome. Thanks for the update.
We're about a minute to 2 minutes possibly total off of first, but we're only like 20-30 seconds running on average behind second.
Bitchin'. Yeah, she's looking really strong. And if you could hear that there, that's Jacob kind of talking about the pace and how Megan's looking on course. Looks like she's about 20-30 seconds behind second place and about a minute to 2 behind first. Mahoney sounding like he's absolutely ripping per Jacob, setting the master class on desert racing in an Ultra4 car. So we'll see how we end up here. I believe once the 4400 class finishes, that's the end of our race as well, but I'll see how it totally goes once everything's done and said. got Megan's mom, Deborah, watching up in NorCal, I believe. Rooting her daughter on, rooting the team on. It's a family affair here. So at this point, we kind of do want to see some dust. We want to see her get up on second place and hopefully overtake. So she is probably dead set focused on whatever she needs to do to keep pushing. Hear her let them know she's coming up, so you better get this party started. Anyone? No? Just me? Still looking super strong. Deborah straight from Lincoln, California. Awesome. Great to have you guys on watching Megan do her thing. Take a peek at the race map, see kind of where we're at. Last updated at 2:17, so we're on a bit of a lag. I'll try to catch her on the next update on that satellite view. We got her coming back down and up on the left side of your screen. You see the bottom left. Between the MDM Motorsports and Motive Gear logos at the bottom of your screen, you'll be able to see the little dot that is Megan. And again, we're on a bit of a delay, so we're doing our best to track kind of where she's at on course. Take a quick break and I'll be right back. can't tell yet if you can see the car in front of her. Yeah, I see a cloud out there. That's what we're chasing right now. I literally think I have one of the best seats in the house here with you guys. We are literally riding shotgun with Megan and Derek in the booster seat in the back. Huge thanks to the investment that Megan and Derek made to make sure they can bring you all the best content that we can, as long as things aren't dropping. But that Starstream system is something else. It works with Starlink, and as you can see, they are going by some power lines, so I think sometimes that does play a part in the signal coming and going. Once they get past those structures, it tends to clear up the windows, but you see those towers in that view. They are riding the pole line, and I think that does interfere here and there. But compared to yesterday, we've got a feed, and you know, I'm good with that. Real quick, huge thanks to Milestar Tires, MDM Construction, MDM Motorsports, of course, Paint the Mills, Motive Gear, Raceline Wheels, Redline Synthetic Oil, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, Warren Industries, Factor 55, and yours truly here at Fast Friends. Check us out, fastfriends.fun. We're for the industry, by the industry. As long as the industry likes us, we're happy. We don't need everyone to like us. We're not for everybody. And depending on where we're at on the update, it seems like it was a little while ago, a couple minutes ago, she's finishing up that top stretch and about to work her way down to the finish area. Granted, I think depending on when the 44's finished, we still have 2 laps technically to run. So we'll see where we get to today. Huge thanks to the handful of you that are on here right now supporting Megan and Derek. I'll make sure they know that we had a turnout. And tell your friends, let people know. We'd love to get more attention to the stream. They've invested a lot of money in, and would love to be able to share this amazing race with all of y'all. So we are here today in Laughlin, Nevada for the final race of the Ultra4 Series. This is the Nationals. So you have people from the East Coast and the West Coast coming together for the final race in a 8-point series, of which Megan was in contention for first place on. So depending on where we finish today, we'll see where we end up. But right now she's fighting for second at the moment. You can see her coming out into the start-finish area, embarking upon lap 3 of this 5-lap race. You know, talking to Megan at the beginning of the season, like at King of the Hammers, with the car being totally new, there was a lot of apprehension. And I would say today, in talking to Megan, she was kind of getting it. There's just so much more excitement because she's getting really used to this vehicle. She's having a good time in that driver's seat. Her and Derek just are great together. Really managed to find her rhythm in that cockpit. And you can see we lost speed for a second, but it comes back. And you know, just really going after it as the year progressed. Megan just getting better and better. More seat time, more comfortability, you know, just enjoying the experience more than wrestling with getting to know a new car. Her and the car are starting to get to know each other. And going great. And I'll tell you, Derek has kept that car together by sheer willpower. I'll tell you that. Like, he is making sure that thing is running, and they've got plans for next year, but we just got to get through the next, like, you know, handful of minutes here. Got 10 to 20 minutes left of this race. 2:28 Pacific Standard Time. I believe they just finished their third official lap. Yeah, they are officially on lap 3 of 5. I think her bubble turns blue at this point. She is now on lap 4 of 5, so this is it. This is our final lap, actually. Sorry, I think I said 3 of 5. We're on 4 of 5. I could say she's going much faster than she did yesterday. At least it feels like she's going faster. Huge thanks to our partners, Milestar Tires, keeping the team on the road. No flats, knock on wood. Let's go. MDM Construction, that's the blood, sweat, equity that Derek puts in making sure this race happens for the team. It's a family race program. There's money, there's blood, there's sweat, there's, dare I say, tears invested in this series. Motive gear, keeping those wheels turning. Big old beefy gears, making sure we keep tires going to those axles. Tires, keep power going to those axles. I'm tired. It was a late night last night, a lot of nerves. Warren Industries, best in the game when it comes to recovery. Warren Industries in Factor 55. Warren now owns all that, so Warren Industries really just stepping up to be that name in recovery. And it goes a long way, especially in races like the Hammers. Rugged Radios, huge supporters of everything off-road and racing. You find them at everything. Ham, GMRS, business, they've got it all. From race radios to your adventure radios, ruggedradios.com. Raceline wheels, you know, there's a couple things that put up with a lot of shit. It's your axles, it's your tires, it's your wheels. And they've been holding up great this year. They look amazing. Beautiful, beautiful wheels. Keeping that bead locked. Raceline wheels. Baja designs, maybe not so much for a race like this, but when it gets into the night, especially like for a race like the Hammers, you get into the later hours, you want to make sure you can see everything. And those LP8s on the front, no joke, or LP9, sorry, no joke. They do the job. They do it every time. That vehicle's got some LP9s, it's got a light bar. I think it might have the chase bar. We got a few Bajas on the mix, and they've been huge support, huge help. You know, taking care of Megan and Derek in their program. Lucky to have them. Redline synthetic oil, you know, just keeping all the parts playing nicely under the hood, making sure that the metal doesn't hang out too close together. Redline synthetics. And of course, you're here with us at Fast Friends. That's fastfriends.fun online. You know, t-shirts, hoodies, socks. We make a little bit of everything to keep us looking good and, you know, make it about the industry, for the industry, by the industry. We love this. We love all things off-road. We love all things racing. If it's got four wheels and it goes fast and it does dumb things, we're here for it. Check us out, fastfriends.fun. Happy to be part of Megan and Derek's team. Lucky to be here. Glad to be in their corner. We'll check in with Jacob real quick. Hey Jacob, have we had any of the 4400s come through yet? Checking to see if you think Megan will be finishing up her final lap or if this might be it. See if Jacob can get back to us. I think the radio in the truck is working, but they might all be outside. Well, while we wait to see if we get an update from Jacob, we're watching Megan here, still pushing. I don't believe she's past second. Could have missed it during one of the downtimes, but I think she's still pushing for second. Navigating those whoops. There's only 14 inches of suspension travel on this vehicle. So that's another piece that's kind of limited in their class. While they can run bypasses and coilovers on each corner, so you can have 2 shocks per corner, you're still limited by your travel. And so they don't get the 4400 level of travel. They get the 4500. Deborah's commenting on Megan and Derek being a beautiful team together in and out of racing. Yeah, it is. It's a great relationship to see. It's a great, relationship that they have. Ask anyone who's ever raced. It'll bring out the worst in you. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of pressure, and the fact that not only are these two happily married to one another, I mean, the amount of commitment and dedication both of these individuals have towards each other, the amount of respect, is truly something all relationships should aspire to. But they're in cockpit, teamwork. They become 2 racers with a common goal to finish a race, to get one another through it. Derek is such a massive support for Megan. Conversations I've had with both of them, just, you can tell the amount of respect and love and just care that goes into this program together. So yeah, Deborah, you're 100% right. They are beautiful in and out of that car, and it's great to be a part of. So they are on the bottom left of the screen, I believe. Let me see. Let me get the live track back on. Okay, I'm gonna push Derek hard in the future to get this live track synced up to the Starlink. But yeah, you can see them on the left side of your screen there. right above what looks like a reservoir, heading up on the fourth lap of the final race of the Ultra4 Nationals here in Laughlin, Nevada. Once again, this race wouldn't have been possible without the support of the actual series of Ultra4 itself. Monster Energy, Warren Industries, Brannick Motorsports, Spider Tracks Off-Road, Rock Crawler Suspension, All Things UTV, PCI Race Radios, Metal Cloak, Maxxis Tires, G-Force Racing, Factor 55, Big B Motorsports, and Freight Factory. Really helping the series continue and, you know, bring racing, race after race. It's not easy. It's a very expensive endeavor. Whoever does it is a little crazy, and we're thankful for the crazy ones who allow this sport to happen. You can see the depth of those ruts. It's hard to see actually, but every so often you get the shadow and you can see how deep those are. And they're just going through dust and sand and dirt.
Only just one first.
Who's that? Coming in, over. Sounds like
We're praying we can make it down to the stands in time and make it for the trophies for Mahoney, but we sent Keith down there for him to congratulate him. We're going to stick up here in the hot pits until Megan gets past us.
so 4,400 finish, so the race is done.
With a 44 finish, we still got to take the flag. I am watching first place 45 in our class come by us right now.
Copy that. Did we pass second?
No, first and second have like a 2-minute gap, and then we were a minute behind second. So we're 3 minutes from first, last time I checked. I'm going to run the splits right now.
Copy that. So if you heard that, we are going to be going through the finish, but it sounds like once the 4,400's done, the race is done. And so this will be Megan's final lap. That she's on right now. What a great way to end this series. All four on the ground, in movement. Knock on wood, we're still not done yet, but we are close enough to be stoked on a great season. Huge thanks to Milestar, Motive Gear, Raceline, Redline, Synthetics, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, Warren Industries, Factor 55. Happy to be here with fast friends, and of course MDM Construction, MDM Motorsports, flipping the bill and making sure each race has happened. And it takes a village, and thanks to all of you who have been supporting Megan and Derek, from family to friends. It's actually all just a big family. They can't do it without that support. I know it. You know, that's half the reason why there's so much energy and love is how connected this team is to their fan base and to their friends and to their family. It all becomes one big family. So it's great to be part of. Happy to be here in person. Looking forward to the next race, 2026, for King of the Hammers, back in Johnson Valley. But for now, we are finishing up the 2025 Ultra4 Series with this final Nationals race in Laughlin, Nevada. And it was a clean race. I heard we got nerfed by Casey Curry yesterday, but sounds like nothing happened to the tire, and that's basically our bumper, is the tire. There's just so much dust. Pretty sure that Derek mentioned that he was pretty sure that Casey was just fighting through the dust and happened to come up on them quickly. But Casey's a great guy. He's been a supporter of mine personally, and just, you know, represents one of the most quality names in the industry. So Curry Enterprises, there's a free plug for them. You bump us, you get a plug. No, I'm kidding. You don't get a plug. They're still driving here. I'm not sure what the technicalities are of the 4400's finish with where they end up depending on placement on course. There was some loose talk about that being the case. I'm not 100%. But it sounds like we're going to come through finish regardless for this what seems to be the final lap, and you can see her coming into start finish area now. And we're moments away from calling this one done. Huge thanks to all of you who've been watching along and supporting our team. Thank you. Not sure who that was that just passed them, but they're coming around the final bends here. Probably hear them on my mic right now too, off in the distance. Of course, right at the end, it's going to break up, right? Come on. I feel like we just have a couple turns left in this race. There it is. We got a fist bump. We got fists in the air. We are happy. We are done. That is a wrap on 2025. The stoke is high. We are happy for her. We'll have a post-race interview coming up shortly after this, so stay tuned. If we get the feedback, you can see some of the celebration that's going on inside that cabin. I can hear it. There it is. Awesome. Thank you, Lord, for a nice, clean race. Everybody happy and healthy. Can't ask for more than that. Awesome, awesome race. We're going to have our post-race show coming up after this. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back shortly. You know, stay tuned on fastfriends.fun on Instagram. I'll throw out a story as soon as we're ready to go live on YouTube for our post-race show, where we're going to interview Derek and Megan here back at the pits. I don't know, half an hour to an hour. Stay in touch.